the blind religion check. You are fairly confident in all of your level 9-ish glory. That he's striking you as a potential trouble bones person, but you don't know much about them people because, they were already stomped by the time you were around, and you probably haven't had much of a conversation with them. Last you heard, they were kind of, terrible people, and they got what they deserved.
Well, Moonlight will have never heard those prejudices.
Got what they deserved.
So would the religion check have given some idea of what Mistress is talking about?
Well, she's... Maybe if you had a library in time to consult and figure this out, but that's all you got with your role and your level of skill.
Alright.
For detailed knowledge of gods, of forgotten gods, I should be more specific, you probably want to be a little more than trained.
Well, right. If only there was somebody with better than trained religion in the party. But I think she would probably need access to a certain library.
Praise are good.
Well, if you want me to, I can roll it.
Well, what do you have?
Master.
Oh, well, you would be exactly the right person to ask. Yep, that sure was a roll, good and or bad. I'm not going to tell you which it is. Ha ha ha, why should I? But the zebra sees you thinking about it. Thinking. Your head whirls. Your thoughts swirl. I see doubt on your lips. And he smiles just a little bit. But this is not a script. And he gestures with his head towards the tavern you just came from. The dead, they reside within. But this is just truly what they wish.
Well,
we had imagined that we would eventually discover a means to return them to life.
Instead of back, he says, gesturing behind him, why not forward? And he points ahead.
Forward to what?
He inclines his head. They are not to be destroyed. That would be wasteful. He shakes his head. No. Only those with whom she is gravely annoyed. Neither of them are that.
We protected them as best we could because none of us knew how to help them.
He raises a hoof. I have no anger. I have no ire. I only ask that you step aside so I can give them what they truly desire.
And what would that be?
Release, he says, raising a hoof.
May I ask how you know that is what they truly wish?
He inclines his head. A perfectly round stone at the top of a perfectly steep hill only wishes to roll to the bottom. This is simply the fact of things.
I think that was supposed to be blind.
No, it was just sorry, testing my roll.
If you...
He's busy being sneaky, but not that sneaky.
As long as you have no ill intent, I don't see any wrong that could be done by you speaking with them.
He shakes his head. I know the ways of the dearly departed. And he taps his chest. With me at their side, I will see that they're started I will find them relief from the pain that they endure. For I have, at least this small thing, a cure. And he smiles. I can give them a new chance at life, but they will have to start at the beginning. It's only right.
Well, if I recall correctly, that won't be too much of a setback for the child.
He inclines his head.
The one that's the ones that was much older is going to be particularly pleased to start over.
And he shakes his head. Given the choice of oblivion or a new beginning, I will hope that he makes the correct decision.
I hope as well. May I ask who you are?
And he smiles and says a word that you are very unlikely to know. One moment. Yes, good. I can click in. No, what do you mean I have to give him a language? Man, come on. Don't be like that. Fine. Can't stop me. I can start clicking all the things. You can't stop me. You thought you could stop me, but you can't. What's that? Sorry, what's that?
Well, you're telling us you can't stop you now.
I mean, you should have known that. I'm the GM. I'm just saying. Just saying. Just saying.
Yes.
All right. Now, oh my goodness, that is much better. Anyway, so he says a thing because he can. That. Don't mind the fact that it's the dragon talking, because it's not the dragon.
That was just a convenient NPC.
The most convenient. And he tilts his head as if waiting for you to respond.
Actually, left us to supporting and moonlight. The language is not familiar to me.
He shakes his head. Of this, there is little surprise. It helps if I spell things correctly, though. That really does help. He puts his hoof on his chest, but I am only here to advise, to guide, and to protect.
I think I know where the little one is. I've kept an eye on him all this time.
Excellent. Please, lead the way.
Tack is sneaking in the bag. He's being very quiet.
You would probably know these things better than I. Moonlight.
There we go.
The one in the tavern is unlikely to be going anywhere anytime soon.
I mean, just think of the tab he's built up. Hey, we're back in Kahith.
I'm guessing I have to roll the skill to try and track the boy down.
I mean, you have been friends with them, last I checked.
There goes the tavern music.
Well, this track is this list is slightly different. There's at least one song in it that is not in the other one. Okay, you know what? Here, just because you brought it up, I guess I'll find something even better. Okay.
Yep.
God.
Wasn't it sold? It was just.
No, it's too late. No time to apologize. I don't like that one.
Aww.
I need something that actually sounds lively.
Aww.
Give me lively. I just want some lively.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that sounds way too lively.
How about we skip to the part where we do the things?
Well, I'm going to stop playing with the music. Alright, so you guide him to the child. The child is quite happy to see you, rushing up in demand of hugs.
Well, Moonlight will just have to mind it because I don't think she can actually touch him.
But he seems to be okay with this. For the zebra inclines his head and begins speaking in that strange language of his, but the child seems to immediately understand it, though they are surprised at first. And they begin having like this apparently serious conversation. And the boy throws his hands wide. I have friends here. But then more strange words are said. He looks a little uncertain. He looks over at the adult that he trusts the most. He says he's going to take me somewhere where I can make new friends.
That might be the best for you.
And the zebra nods, but speaks in that strange language. The boy replies in the same odd language. And at that point, the zebra sits on his haunches and just kind of gestures for the boy to come closer, and puts his hoof upon the boy's head. It's kind of hovering over there, and begins whispering the softest words as the boy begins to glow. But then he speaks in actually perfect common. And now I release you. You may go where you are most needed. Soft whisper. I guide this one to you. And the boy just kind of whoop. And he nods. We have done well today, he says, looking back at you all.
Yes. Silver is looking rather very taken aback by this.
He tilts his head. You may think of this as a death, but really it's more of a birthday. His soul may move on, may find new beginnings.
Yeah, I may not be able to understand who you are, but I dimly recall something. Is there anything we might do for you?
He tilts his head. Well, you did say you had another.
Yes, and I'm certain you will be able to help him, but is there anything that we can do for you?
He rises to his hooves. You don't understand. I am in entire service to the mistress. She does important work, and she doesn't take breaks. She understands the weight of her service, and the least I can do is to surrender what little time I have to her aid. If you wish to assist me, then assist her.
Is there a way that we can assist her?
Well, you did mention that other one you have.
When Moonlight turns back around, notice her eyes are a little too bright and her smile's a little forced.
He tilts his head. You are a good person. You still care for them. They're not gone. It's a new beginning.
I just wish his life hadn't ended the way it did.
And he inclines his head. That is regrettable, but if that was me, I would rather see my next chapter than to forever leaf through the pages, wondering about what it could have been instead of what could be.
Well, Moonlight, I imagine you would know where the other gentleman is.
Hey, you all know that.
The
I
other
mean,
guy-
I don't think Silver Rose was around when the other dead was located.
No, here, come back. This guy. It's literally right there.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's been in the tavern all along. Or for
Really?
quite a while.
I always kind of wondered what that was, but I didn't know that was supposed to be a person.
He's a ghost?
Well, I mean, ghosts are people too.
Well, I mean, that's the ghost he's talking about, though.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's literally a ghostbuster. He's like, so, I hear you got a ghost. I can take care of that for you. By the way, I'm not sure if anybody noticed, but the vast majority of his statements were rhymed.
Yeah, I noticed.
I was gonna say it's
I
really
appreciate
tough
the
trying to
effort.
come up
It was
with
good.
yes, I appreciate the effort. It really is tough trying to come up with rhymes on the fly, isn't it?
Look, all I'm saying is rhymezone.com, man. I pull up that site anytime and say, "Oh, okay, I'm writing Sakura. Better have that page up."
I'm the best at rhyming when I'm doing goblins or just making dumb poems. I think my
Anyway,
yeah, sorry,
then-
tough.
so we would take the zebra
To the tavern.
tavern.
So you take the zebra out to drink, and everybody has a good time. Yeah. I mean, that actually isn't entirely inaccurate because the zebra actually does take the guy over and drinks are had. And they talk in that weird language that apparently ghosts just know. It's kind of weird.
Temptation to cast comprehend languages is kind of severe. But
Respect their privacy. If they wanted us to know, they'd be speaking in a language we could understand.
The zebra turns on the stool towards the rest of the bar and raises his mug high, looped around his hoof. And here's to new starts. Let's drink to our friend who starts a new journey. The next one's on me. And at that point, everybody goes, yay!
Thumbtack pokes his head right out of the bag as soon as they say he doesn't have to pay for a drink. Poke. Oi. Oh, he's not stealthing anymore. Oi, better
Stealth?
come in a thimble, eh?
maybe if we pickle them.
Meanwhile, the bartender just kind of sighs. Another small one? Fine, whatever. You sure you don't want to swim in it? That's what the last one did.
And he thinks a little bit. Oh, I'll do that then. Look at this. He knows how to treat a small one, he does. Look.
He just thumps down a perfectly regular mug then.
Perch. Happy Bird is now atop a mug. Oi! What's she
Yeah,
laughing at
there-
then?
There is a little label on the mug to not drink from it. And, you know, it is literally the bathing mug, so.
Oh. Okay, is this not a mug of ales?
Oh no, it's a perfectly normal mug of ale. It just has a little label. By the way, don't drink from this.
I think that was Rosie's mug.
Yes,
Oh.
that is exactly what it is. Because
well.
Rosie also wanted a mug to wallow in,
Oh, that's funny.
and he kept it. He's like, "Oh, great, we have another small one. You looking for a bath too? Here you go."
Chirp, 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 chirp. He drinks to it. Oi! It's right nice over here. I like this place. Oi! I'm gonna stick with you then. And he points to specifically Queen Rose. You're the one who lets me in your bag.
The zebra.
I swear I am going to sew it shut if you continue to try to get inside.
He crosses his talons. That's not fair, it is. What do you think? And he looks toward the other of his party that he's with currently. Oi, right selfish she's being.
She's just trying to watch out for you a bit. So.
Beak in the air.
Darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it.
On some levels, I wish I could make thumbtack. Actually, wait, I can do that. I'm going to do that. You can't stop me from doing that.
What's up, Talia?
I think I'm going to have to leave.
But why?
Mom wants me to go get something for supper, and she probably won't let me say no.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I'm sorry. I don't want to miss this, but
All
but
right.
maybe,
Drat.
maybe she'll
Drat. I was coming up with a cunning plan to insert Talia into the library and learn useful things.
So useful. Too useful.
I mean, honestly, I'd rather just eat leftovers. I don't really want to go anywhere, but
Well, save you and negotiate with the mom. If not, we understand. Real life is a thing.
It happens sometimes. No worries.
Place a thumbtack item on the board. You can see it as a very large thumbtack. So if somebody actually wants to carry thumbtack, they can pick up the item.
That's funny.
That thumbtack does have the right bulk. I will note tiny creatures are one bulk. Yay.
Woo!
That they do have rules for that. You know,
Yes.
that thing that they basically never give you in PF1.
That's really funny.
So
Oi.
anybody who wishes to carry a thumbtack can carry a thumbtack. Don't all rush for it at the same time or anything.
Thumbtack holds up his claws for whoever might pick him up. Hold.
I will point out this is the thumbtack item to pick up. So if you walk over to it, you can pick it up, and then you have a thumbtack.
I
Silver Rose accepts her destiny.
Oh no! Danger!
I swear I am going to put you. I'm going to put you in gentle rest, special stein, and seal it shut.
And he blinks up. Oi, what's a stein then?
It is the cup. It is a cup. This cup never runs out of ale.
And he smiles. Why would that be a punishment then? Oi!
Because you would not be able to escape.
And he thinks. Oi! Not being able to escape. He holds up one claw. Not having infinite ale. And he holds up the other claw. And he kind of does like a little balancing gesture. I don't know.
A bit of this, a little bit of that.
You may have just a little private weapon there.
Oh, that, very well, but now what should we do?
Also, I'm tweaking your inventory. I hope you're happy.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's mostly you have saddlebags, but they're not really set up properly to do what saddlebags do. So, oh wait, no, you do have a backpack. Never mind. So you don't need me. I'm ruining everything. Aren't you happy?
I haven't left yet.
Hello.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go though.
Yeah.
So
No.
I really wanted to stay here the whole thing, but I guess you just have to say Moonlight had to head out because she was. But maybe I could at least stay long. Did the other guy get sent off already? I'll
Which
ride
guy?
a short. The other ghost.
Actually, he was literally just sending him off.
Okay.
That is what he was doing.
And I will. ride
That's what that drink was for.
So I will ride along for the short bit I was here for, but I'm really, really sorry.
But yes, a nice round of drinks is had. Truly a glorious thing.
Anyway, maybe I'll come back before it's all over, but probably not. I'll just have to. Is Duck streaming or?
Yeah.
That way I can just watch the rest of it later. So goodbye.
Take it easy. Don't die. No, didn't mean to move Just Star. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. You have a seat and enjoy the quacks. Nothing but the quacks. However, this gentleman is gone. And the zebra looks self-pleased. Yes. And he turns to look at them. He was less unaware of things.
Thumbtack just kind of sits back a little bit. Oi, don't really know what's going on. He lies back. Not my problem.
All I did was give him wings. He knew what this would bring.
Oh, I suppose that our quest to actually give them another chance at life is futile now.
He tilts his head. Well, that's what we just did, isn't it?
I wouldn't know. It has been very long, and I'm not familiar with the ways of this soft whisper you speak of.
He shakes his head. No, Ponies cast her away a little while ago. Of course you wouldn't know that. Only her children speak well of her. It is a shame. She worked so hard for you. Even now, spurned, she just has not turned her back on you. She understands her job.
I regret that is the case. We greatly need all of the gods right now, and it is unfortunate that I do not know your lady.
He inclines his head. Your mind might change.
Yeah.
Though our ways are quite strange. What would you think if I was speaking with a ghoul?
I would think that unusual, but is speaking with an animated body, all that the animated dead with bodies, all that different than speaking with the animated dead who have no body?
He shakes his head. There is some logic. I don't mean to be cruel. He lifts his shoulders. Still, vampires, skeletons, and other such undead, most get a bit antsy in their company.
That is true, and yet clearly you are able to speak with the dead in a way that does them good. So I cannot imagine that there is any reason that the ponies having cast off your mistress should continue. Is there anything we can do?
Inclines his head. It seems to me what you want most is to listen. He smiles. It seems an opportunity. I can see it glisten. Come, there are places that you want to go. There are things that I can show.
Well, lead on.
Inclines his head. Oh no, this is not my journey.
Very well. Then
This is your quest. I have delayed you for far long enough. I can follow you.
All right. Then, where should we journey to then to continue to find someone to do this listening that you speak of?
I can speak, and you can walk. There's no reason we can't do two things at once.
point. Oh, I had thought to go to Ebenselk.
Evans. The mistress speaks soft murmurings of that place. Quite haunted, really. Not the good kind. You could direly use the assistance of myself, but that is beyond even my meager talents.
I know of at least one dead who has lingered quite some time in this world.
He inclines his head. There are likely many who dwell in that place.
Well, one that is less likely to try to share their experience with us.
Oh, is this one that I could see face to face? One who is not filled with rage?
Yes, she has been a very good hostess, in fact.
Gives a soft nod. I am used to such things of that area being filled with outrage. But still, this pleases me. This is a fact.
She is somewhat outraged, but not in the way of violence.
Is she ready to move on?
I don't know. You would probably know that far better than I.
Not without speaking. I am not a psychic.
Oh, you would. Well, naturally, this involves speaking to her. I don't expect you would simply know everything.
It seems to me that we should be walking.
Right, so.
Throw you all out onto the overworld.
I noticed that supporting and Thumbtack have been pretty much totally silent while I essentially decide on our quest.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to be quiet in this situation because my character is a little off-put a little bit by this individual.
Okay. Well, it seems like
they're not bad.
It seems like
the way they're referring to death and stuff is a little hitting her a little close to home from.
So you guys are teleporting to Villa Town? Or I guess Mirage would be closer.
I imagine a Villa Town with this particular person could cause complications.
Well, Mirage is closer anyway.
That is true.
So, Mirage?
Yes. Just like if there's other people in this party, if people want to do something else than just talk.
Good with me.
Well, yeah, I'll also admit I'm a little lost on what's going on as well, so.
Oh. I mean, I could try to explain it to you briefly.
I think from what I did understand is this guy apparently wants to help some spirits move on, but, like, that's it.
And that's been the sum total of his motivation so far.
Well, we are trying to travel in this general direction.
So as you're traveling along with this pony, he is quite happy to regale you with various facts and figures, and since this takes several days, there's a lot of talking. What's up with that?
Oh,
but
that is certainly good.
But he does inform you that the problem with undead is not undead as you're walking along. The problem with undead is that they have been denied their basic rights. He inclines an ear. What is the most basic right of any creature?
Self-determination?
Exactly so. He looks pleased. And what is it that most undead do not have?
The ability to choose to choose their fate?
He nods. They can't even rally against it. The most decrepit peasant in the most backwards town still has more choice than a skeleton, wouldn't you say?
Especially as it seems that many skeletons are given their imitation of life by a will other than their own.
He nods. Precisely so, and their souls are chained to them in prisons as they act against their will. Now that is not proper.
No, it's certainly not. Slavery is very improper.
But that is not a requirement of undeath. That's just the shortcut that people use.
Yes, it does. I will say that it does seem like being such as vampires at least have some degree of choice.
He inclines his head some degree, but they are still bound by their thirst, bound by an unending desire to destroy, bound by forces they have no wish to contend with.
Yes, that is true.
And he inclines his head. Now imagine if you could reach out to the dearly departed and not force them into a body without their will, with no way out, but instead to gently request their aid, that they could serve at your side for as long as they wish and not a moment longer. Now, is that truly an undeath so worrisome?
Certainly not. I imagine that there are dead who feel that they did not fully do all that they wish to do while still alive.
Seaburf reaches into your saddlebag, rude, and starts poking the small person inside. Poke, 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 poke.
Well, oi!
Now imagine you, little one.
Oi, you calling little?
There, right before you, the largest, most lustrous gem you have ever seen.
And he imagines it. Needs to be smaller if you ask me.
And you're reaching for it, but then, just before you could get it, some cruel person activates the trap, and you are slain instantly, and they laugh as they wander away, the treasure now there. How would that make you feel?
He raises a claw as if to ask a question.
I mean, he's waiting because he asked you a question, sir.
Yeah. And he lowers his claw again and says, "Alright, first question then. Was I supposed to be there?"
Of course not. You're there because you wanted to be.
Oi, then I guess I got what I deserved, yeah?
He inclines his head. Does that satisfy you then?
He thinks. Well, I mean, if I was sneaking about, I mean, I'd probably laugh at him too if I caught somebody stealing my big gem.
He smiles. You are much more mature than I expected. I'm pleased.
He smiles. Look, see, he gets it, and he points to him. I'm a big bird, I am, and I won't hear anything of it.
Your heart is much larger than I gave you credit for. I apologize for my mistake.
Proud Griffin noises. Chirp, 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 chirp.
And he inclines an ear. But for the willing undead, undeath is also quite temporary. Eventually they tire of it. There's only so long you wish to be a skeleton or a ghoul or whatever else. And eventually, you're done. You just decide that you're finished. And nobody can stop you. Now, how does that sound compared to the usual morass that we deal with?
It sounds more just, more fair.
He nods. Precisely so. He leans in. You've heard of the human death gods. They have many of them.
Vaguely. I am, after all, not human.
Of course not. But you've heard of them. You are a religious-minded sort, aren't you?
Yes.
And he wobbles a hoof. Human death gods are tied almost universally by one simple fact. They're all judges. They judge. That's what they do. The dead come before them to receive that final judgment, and that is their task. A cruel thing, done with no return, with no recourse, and to attempt to resist that judgment is a high sin against. Does that not sound familiar?
Yes, it does.
Soft whisper. Well, she lives up to her name. She comes gently. She is a guide. She is a psychopomp. She does what other gods look down on. They sneer and they send their servants to do it for them. But she does it herself. She will be at your side when life flees you on that fateful day. And she will gently gather you up. And she will tell you that you did as well as you could have. And she will walk with you. She will take that final walk to your proper resting place. She will not judge you. That is not her place.
And he kind of starts snickering a little bit. Snicker, 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 snicker.
And I'm back up. I was able to work out a compromise, so I didn't have to go as long as I thought I would.
Patience.
So, what all did I miss?
The soft whisper priest was explaining soft whisper.
Oi, and he rightly called this little bird responsible. He did, right, adultly.
Well, it does sound as if Soft Whisper is a kinder god of death.
He inclines his head. Now, please do not take offense to this. I know that holy wars have been started over less. You have devoted yourself to one, but have you considered perhaps another?
Would one accept that my devotion may be divided?
He inclines his head to the left and to the right. I'm afraid the gods are jealous sorts. At least the pony gods are in good relation, but even they tend to bristle when their members divide their attention. He smiles a little bit. The only exception I'm aware of are sun and moon gods. They seem to be all right. I think it's because they're used to sharing the same sky.
And I'm guessing at this point he kind of glanced over at the cleric sitting wearing the sun and moon symbols.
Example, right there.
Yep.
And he smiles. Of course, we are ponies. Ponies are somewhat pantheistic by tradition. So I couldn't say it's impossible. Of course not. I think it's a habit of ours.
This is true. And
he smiles. Perhaps it's that herding instinct.
perhaps it is. I will say that I feel that this simply does prove of me studying with High Sakura to broaden my understanding of a philosophy that is not strictly within her doctrines.
Give me 1 second. My adorable niece wants to order some not entirely adorable food, but I mean, nobody told food to be adorable.
Fair do.
All fair.
How rude. It's a good thing I got it, right? Alright, what do you want? A bowl. Chicken.
Oh, did you guys end up in Evansville?
back.
Oh yes, we decided to go to Evansville because there is a spirit there who may wish to move on, and this zebra is expert at giving spirits the opportunity to move on. So Silver says to herself, "Well, this seems like an opportunity to at least give her a choice."
I'm guessing you teleported to Mirage and walked from there.
You're not me.
Yep. All the while just having a talk with this tribal-bone zebra. Although Silver only suspects that part.
I'm guessing up until I came back, Moonlight was just kind of following.
Alright,
along.
I'm back. Hooray!
Yeah.
She was following you quietly.
Yes, I imagine so.
He was happily describing the merits of Soft Whisper and what makes her tick, and how she differs quite a bit from most human death gods.
Too.
Technically, also Griffin death gods.
I.e. Huntress.
They're Dirks too.
Though the Griffin Death God is...
White Talon.
Yeah.
Oh, White Talon.
I like that one, I do.
But, but it is like he said, most of the other death gods are judges, whereas Soft Whisper is actually a psychopomp. She is the one that takes you to where you need to be, as opposed to going, I judge you!
So judgy.
They're so judgy.
Well, I mean, to be hyper-technical, she does, if you haven't really fulfilled your destiny, she does, she gives you a disapproving look and sends you back to, take care of that.
I mean, that's more of she gives you a chance. It's like, oh, did you want to do that? I mean, anybody who gets revived by her would also have the option of dying whenever they wanted to.
Oi, let me tell you a thing or two about this one, eh? She likes to dash you against the rocks, she does. And you kind of like...
Yes, that is White Talon's way.
Yeah.
She judges harshly and then throws you off a cliff.
That's right. That's fantastic, that is. Come on. You gotta do good if she's gonna throw you off a cliff. That's right, funny.
That is her way, yeah.
I'm glad that amuses you, small Griffin.
I mean, it works for the feline species.
What she don't know is that, I got these. And he flaps his little wings. Flap, flap, flap. And then he thinks for a minute. Unless she ties them up. Then, yeah, I'm up a cliff, ain't I? And he smiles.
No, that's the problem. You're down a cliff.
Ah.
What's your name, anyway? She's asking Thumbtack.
My name? You've not heard of me?
No.
Oh, that's good then. You shouldn't hear of me. And he smiles. I was never here. And he jumps back into the bag.
The priest shakes their head. We are approaching a place that feels strong with death, and not the good sort.
Right, spooky that is.
He inclines his head. It's just as I said. Death that retain their will, that always have the option of true death, are not the same as those shackled to existence.
Yeah, we've had to put down a few undead infestations.
He inclines his head. Then you have served her already. She has no love of mindless undead. She has no love of any undead that cannot cease to be when they're done with their purpose. And it is up to them to discern what that purpose is. He inclines his head the other way. It's a delicate balance. This is why people get confused, why they branded us heretics. He smiles.
I suspect I do know what you are beyond this race.
I'm a zebra, and I speak for Soft Whisper.
Yes, that is true.
He dips his head softly. Now then, you wanted to speak with the, you mentioned she was a lady.
She runs a boarding house in Evansville.
He inclines his head. The irony there is far too wicked. A ghost running a boarding house.
And by some means she keeps those that pay for room and board quite safe.
And you bring me to give her safety and guidance. There is poetry in action here. I can't deny it. The author is a tricky one, he says as he follows you along into the darkness.
Is she the booky one?
I did think that after all she had done, she at least deserves the choice. A choice, and you seem able to offer her that.
Oh, of course. That is all that we can offer, really. He shakes his head. As I drag you all into a new map now! And I delete all the old tokens. Goodbye, old tokens. Oh, wait, that's party side. Yes, party side can stay. And then other people appear. Oh, wait, you're back. I need to grab you from the tavern, don't I?
See.
My brain's not working. Where are you?
I can't see my token, so.
That's why I'm trying to find you. It's moonlight. There you are, with your little dog. I got you, and your little dog, too. Bring you over to the manor. There you are.
And remember, I've got dark vision, so.
Oh, fine. I guess I'll set that on you. Wait, you already have that set on you. I can't set things that are already set. Gosh. Anyway, look, there she is. When you knock upon the door, she opens it up, and she smiles a bit. Ah, look who has returned to me, my wastrel little children. Have you come to stay the night? You know the rules. You pay, then you sleep nice and sound. Get some food in you.
Pay, that is. Well, in that case, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to do.
I mean, you're doing private rolls. I can't see them.
Yes. Sorry. There you go.
I want to see everyone's actually put us on the map.
All right.
Oh, we're on the map. Excellent.
Yes, you guys should all be on this map. Look at this map. It's amazing.
Oh, we're on. Wait, is this the place I think it is? Is this the place I've been to before with I think it's Silver Rose and rest of the team?
I think you might have visited once before, maybe. But there's Nightfog, the mistress of the place, the ghost.
I think I've been here before. Me and Silver Rose, I'm pretty sure I've been here before.
Silver Rose has definitely been here.
What happened to my vision? Why is it so dark?
Yeah, you appear to have no vision. What vision should you have?
Well, I should at least have those goggles with night.
Are you activating it?
Oh.
Ah, my vision was all messed up because it was thinking Star was my main token.
Are you activating the goggles?
Yeah, I will activate the goggles.
I shall activate goggles as well, David.
Goggles everywhere. Oh
Yes.
my god.
So much goggles.
Goggles.
Too many goggles.
Also, Star, I am curious. Why do you have a doggo?
Oh, this is Star, my familiar.
Oh, you have a doggo familiar? That is adorable. I love it.
Yes.
I don't like him.
As you guys talk, the zebra kind of pushes around you and starts talking to her in that strange language, and she scowls at him. Now, that's inappropriate. You talk proper language right now. She frowns at him, and he tilts his head. That was the proper language for ghosts. Well, when you see a ghost, you let me know. And she rolls her eyes. Madame, you are a ghost. And she frowns. Don't rub it in. Do you have no respect? She shoves him back. Shove.
Hey, no need for violence here.
This is
Fight,
So,
fight,
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 what
fight,
do you
fight.
have?
development.
The zebra
There we go.
seems slightly confused. So you are aware of your condition? She rolls her eyes. You are being very inappropriate. I am the host. You are guest if you pay. You have not paid yet. She holds out a spectral hoof. I am waiting.
And Silver gives her the money for them to stay for night.
Oh, so you pay for the whole party.
Yes.
Alright. And she looks much happier. Now, see, was that so hard? Not so hard. Now you come in, you have food, you sleep, then you leave. That is how it works. The zebra shakes his head. Madame, I'm here because you do not have to be. She frowns at him. Well, what if I like it here? This is my house. He nods. In a very fine manner this is, madame. But there are things after this. I could show them to you. And he tilts his head. I can feel that you have been here for quite some time. Don't you wonder at least a little what happens next? And she shakes her head. No, I am quite happy here, right as I am. Thank you. Goodbye. And she casually walks through a wall.
Hey, Thumbtack pokes out his head.
Yes, I did say she had been here for some time. I think that maybe she likes being here.
For us to send her on.
He gives a bit of a shrug. Well, I would be somewhat remiss if I betrayed the principles I just told you. I gave her the choice. She doesn't want it. I can't force it on her. She doesn't seem to be out of her mind.
Are you
Oh
kidding
no,
me?
she is quite sane. Even when the town around her seemed to have gone mad, she always appeared to have a very firm grasp of who she was and her purpose.
Inclines his head. Then that is all that I could wish. He arches his head back. Know this, madame. If ever you do wish for relief, simply close your eyes and ask Soft Whisper. She will guide you. He looks back to the rest of you. I've done what I can.
Thumbtack is looking like he's like about to die of laughter. He pokes out his head. Oh, she's probably just avoiding her, eh? She's gonna chuck her off the cliff.
No, I am confident that Soft Whisper does not do that sometimes.
Oi, they'll do it together, eh? Right by each other. They'll be like, all right, 1, 2, 3, then off the cliff they go, and he falls back into the bag laughing.
You're incorrigible.
Silver, you said you've been here before? What is this place exactly?
It is a boarding house run by the ghosts that we just met.
I was talking more about the place in general, not just the house.
Oh, I think so. It was the last place that we were sent before the darkness fell. In fact, we were in this place when Mistress K, I believe she would prefer to be known, sent us forward 10 years into the future.
Oi, she's got a mistress, she does. How fancy.
Yes. I am calling her that by way of polite compliment. I am sure that she prefers her given name not to be spoken.
David.
Okay, I don't like the name of that track that's playing.
Yeah, I was gonna say David. The scary, ominous
You
track.
are,
The scary
guys,
Thumbtack.
you literally came to that town. It's not my fault, I don't think.
We're making jokes mostly.
And at a meta level, let me remind you, this is October. This is the perfect time for spooky music. as far as
That's also true. But yes, you've come to Evansville because you guys were like, man, it's October. We got to come to Spooktown.
Well, I mean, that is true. But we paid, and so we are going to be in the boarding house, so we're going to have a nice meal and rest safe, and all will be well. I am absolutely sure of it.
So are you guys hanging out for the night or not?
I really did pay for the night, and
Oh, sure.
so we gotta make sure that if we are going to be giving this woman a chance to continue what they love, even if they're dead.
She's dying for the chance.
Yes, but I can say that. Well, I can say that Silver is definitely. I mean, if the zebra is staying with them, would definitely wish
The
to.
zebra is still with you. I mean,
Okay.
he's still teaching the ways of Soft Whisper. If you're still listening,
Well, of course, the Silver is.
so
It is-
there's a lot of Soft Whisper. What's Soft Whisper? Soft Whisper, Soft Whisper. Blah 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 blah. Soft Whisper.
Soft.
Yeah.
And after I get to the point of, like, I will have a little bit of restraint, where, like, look, not everyone believes in their deity. You should have the respect that others do wish to have their own beliefs.
He
Well, he's-
points specifically at Silver. I believe this one wanted this information.
Moonlight's
and
been
this,
kind of,
and this one certainly does want this information.
and Moonlight's been kind of listening too.
Thumbtack's
Is
been
this
having
a new guide for my collection? I want that.
Thumbtack's been having a blast thinking of all the scenarios in which all the gods would throw people off cliffs. That's his.
Anyway, speaking of zebra, she was like, so if I might ask, does please Soft Whisper when stuff says the resurrection, reincarnate, and the like are used to call the dead back to life?
Whisper ensures that their spirits arrive at the proper place so they can re-enter their bodies. It would be quite the shame if they got lost on the way. Unacceptable. Soft Whisper would never allow it.
That is good. I wouldn't like to hear that we had, by returning our frontier to life, somehow offended her.
He inclines his head. It is her job to escort the spirits where they need to be. When you cast such spells, you simply extend to them an invitation. You can't cast them on unwilling things. And he smiles. That's really what's wrong with the undead spells, is that they do work on unwilling things.
Then are there spells that extend an invitation rather than compel their service?
He raises his hoof, one of his hoofs, to his lips. Now, that's a bit of a secret. It's all in how you ask, but there are proper ways to ask. I have had undead servants before, and they were all free to slap me across the face if they really wanted to.
Silver actually smiles and laughs a little at that. Yes, I can easily imagine our host. There'd be more than just one ghost who is as willful and determined as our hostess.
And he nods. Now, you have met her, and she seems to have left a good impression on you. Imagine if all undead were like that, if they simply had a thing that they just enjoy to do. And when they tired of it, they simply left.
Yes, there was when we were here 10 years hence, one of our companions did help one of the dead pass on that way. He was fixated on finishing a manuscript, and he was only here because he couldn't quite finish it.
He gently taps Silver on the shoulder. Are you certain that you do not wish to listen to her? It seems that you have been walking in her footsteps without even knowing her.
Well, I mean, that is why I, in fact, that is why I am speaking with you. It would please me to know more of the soft whisper.
My sister, he says, throwing a leg over your withers and pulling you closer. It was fate itself that guided us together.
Well, I always love a good story when you don't share it.
You have gained the acceptance of a random tribe of bones. Good job.
That is good. Yes,
I should also point out, if you wanted to, either later or with retraining, to actually take up that spiritual calling, that would be entirely legit. AKA, if you wanted to become Tribe of Bones.
Okay. That is okay. That is a option available.
Yes, it's a spiritual tribe feat. It is outlined in Tribes of Everglow. Do you have access to Tribes of Everglow PF2? I did do it.
That's in the house rules.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm going to check because I do have. I have a lot of Pony Finder books. I just don't know if I have the Tribes of Everglow Mark II.
Yeah, it's only a Word document. It's not a PDF yet.
Oh, okay. Well,
if it's linked, it'd be linked in the house rules.
Okay.
It is. It is in the house rules.
It is in the house rules. Cool, because that would tell you, what they get you.
I check the house rules periodically.
But you could take that with unification, or if you haven't already taken the Spirit Tribe, you could just take it as a Spirit Tribe. I mean, either or.
I should check if I've actually taken a Spirit Tribe yet.
I think I'm trying to remember. Being a false queen might count as a Spirit Tribe. I'm forgetting.
I think I actually asked you once, and you said that. Oh no, it's a physical tribe, not a spirit tribe.
Well, I mean, it's what I wrote down.
Oh, okay.
This is why I write things down.
A little bit as well that being a doppelganger is technically a spirit tribe of all things, which is kind of bizarre when you think about it.
There it is. 10 crowns.
Oh, 10 crowns. There's a book I look forward to seeing come out eventually.
Yep, 10 crowns. False queens through the ages and time. A documentary coming soon to a theater far too close to you. Do you want to open? Could you please open? Come on. There you go.
I don't know how to.
It opened.
I don't know how to.
It did it, guys.
I don't know how to edit these macros so they reflect the proper bonuses, but.
Oh no! What macros are you trying to do?
I've never done any macros with any sort of combat weapon ever. So
oh no!
Duck has no weapons.
Oops. Here we go. To be a false queen, you must take this first level ancestry feat. Blah blah blah. And it doesn't note that it is a spirit tribe. Though I feel like maybe it should be, but at the moment it doesn't say that, so I guess it says question mark. I mean, basically it is in PF1 and in Starfinder, so I should probably fix it. But at the moment it doesn't.
Well, that book is still in progress. I figure that's why.
Well, I imagine unification allows you to take on another spirit.
Yes, unification does that.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure I used unification to take on the Earthbound tribe. I don't know if that is a spiritual tribe though.
That's a physical, but unification lets you take a heritage or a spirit feed.
Okay. Well, something to keep in mind for the next time I am able to take
I mean,
unification.
that could be your downtime this week. It's up to you.
Oh,
If you haven't already spent downtime, I don't think you have.
well, no, not this week.
Yeah, so you could do that. That's an option.
Oh, cool. Well,
Okay.
I will see if I actually am able to take that to if there is a spirit tribe that I could retrain or something.
We're just talking about. Well, I mean, wait. Do you have another spirit tribe?
That's what I've been trying to. That is what I'm trying to figure out.
I mean, right now, I think you're just an alicorn.
Well, right.
You could swap out the Earthbound for this, and that wouldn't change how you look very much.
That is true. Although I'm trying to keep the Earthbound because of something I plan to take at level 13. The next time I can take a.
So, I mean, really, the question is what did you take with your ancestry feats? What did you do?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I go into Hero Lab.
And you should have 3 ancestry feats. 3 of them.
Well,
there's your feats. Ancestry feats. Okay, you have Unification, Earthbound. You have Unique Destiny and Natural Ambition. That's what you got.
Unique Destiny is a spirit tribe.
Yes, so you could swap out Unique Destiny because that would actually make perfect sense. Okay, it's not a Unique Destiny anymore. I'm a Tribe of Bones. What do you want?
Yep, that is true, and it would. I think it would. I don't know what the cascade effect of switching that out would be.
Unique Destiny is what was letting you take Natural Ambition because you love chains. And Natural Ambition was you get a first level class feat, so you'd lose that first level class.
Right, and that first level class feat was Domain Initiate.
You don't have to change, you know.
Aren't you a cleric?
Yeah.
Are you a cloistered cleric?
No.
Are you a battle cleric?
Yes.
Oh, that's what confused me. It's like if you're a cloistered cleric, you get that automatically.
Nope. Moonlight is a cloistered cleric. Silver is a war cleric.
Okay, that makes a difference. Anyway, that's up to you. You don't have to. It's literally just an option.
I know. It's just an exceedingly tempting. It is an exceedingly tempting direction to go. Also because I thought that the using the domain spells would be incredibly cool and all. It's just that I haven't yet had a real opportunity to use them.
I feel like you might have used them once. I think there was one time.
I've used it exactly once, but not since.
So it's up to you.
Okay, I will consider it. So I do downtime, which is.
But what's more important is that you made a friend. I mean, isn't that the whole point of Pony Finder? Come on.
Oh yeah, that is true. Although out of character, what I've been kind of trying to push towards is because I remember there is a specific way to restore the knowledge and power of software to the world. And I was trying to kind of go in that direction.
But yes, I mean, basically, you just need to tell lots of people, oh my god, there's this super cool god. They are the best death god ever, and you need to sign up here.
Oh, okay. I thought it involved something like, you go down below Village Town, and you get a special wand, and you do a ritual, and all these other things.
The other thing was to restore the... You're basically supposed to restore the respect and honor of the tribe of Bones, that would definitely give her a big old leg up.
We could use all the friendly deities we can get.
I mean, you may or may not be talking to them, right? Talking to one of them right now.
No, what is that madness?
Anyway, maybe we should get back to the session and stop derailing.
Yeah, probably. I'm sorry.
No
rail. No rail.
What's the point? Yeah.
All right, so you guys enjoy your dinner served by your ghostly host with the most.
The most toast?
The most host. The most ghost host.
Yes.
And then she invites you all to have a pleasant sleep.
Yay, sleep, rest, etc., etc., etc.
Moonlight will wish her good night as well.
But then there is banging at the front door.
Oh boy.
Hiding.
Who is
banging.
that?
Hang on.
Give me 1 moment. I'm coming.
The banging starts.
You immediately find a place to hide.
Yes.
Well, at least the porting's in the front.
Attack is totally ready to help by not being there.
Well, to be fair, he's pretty small.
But his heart is so big.
Oh, what size is that?
That size is daddies.
By the way, you want to set that rapier as +1 striking.
I have no idea how to edit any of these.
It's too late. I'm already doing it.
Oh, okay.
There. Your rapier is now a +1 striking rapier.
How did you do that? So I can look at the things and.
Details. Weapon. Oh, you already did it with the dagger of venom. Where'd you get that?
I mean, I just dragged it in from the thing.
Oh, well, anyway, it's already +1 striking. If you go to details, there's potency rune. Change that to +1. And striking rune. Change that to striking. You did it. You're done. I have adjusted all of your weapons. Enjoy. Order.
I don't think the 2 attack on the macro is right. That's what I was mainly looking at. I was trying to change those bonuses.
Prata! Oh, I think you are not set as knowing how to wield it. What is your proficiency with the weapons?
Oh my! I have a lot of proficiencies. I will set those. I didn't even think of that. I will put those in.
It's at the bottom of skill.
At the bottom of skills. Okay, cool. I will put those in.
Yes, there are skills for armor and weapon. Yeah. Show us your moves!
You just have to look at your class sheet and it'll tell you what to do.
Yep.
I'm just matching this to the Hero Labs thing because.
I mean, yes, do that. That is exactly what you should do. And then your various rolls will get better.
Yay!
So, who's barreling their way in?
Well, nobody appears to be barreling their way in. They're just banging. I am right here. Just wait 1 moment. She cracks open the door and pokes her head in there. What do you want? You hear somebody shouting at her from the other side. Be quiet. They paid. You did not pay. No, you cannot come in. No, go away. She slams the door.
It's always funny to me that she is just able to say to violent undead, "No, you did not pay. You go away."
Do we know that it was an undead she shut the door on?
Actually, I don't. Actually, I don't know for sure, but I've always suspected so.
I mean, the odds were in your favor. But she comes back. Do not be worrying. I set them away. You came here for peace. You get the peace. You pay.
Anyway, I guess we go to rest.
I mean, that was as you guys were resting, you were interrupted by bang, 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 bang. And then she did the thing, and now she's floating past your room, telling you guys to just chill out.
Well, most people really have no respect, do they?
Nope, no, they don't.
I'm trying to pitch my voice a little different for Star, but
I think it's more amusing if Star sounds exactly like Moonlight, so people don't notice.
I'm trying to make it less confusing for you guys. Because Star is a little bit more sarcastic than Moonlight is. I sort of gave her the ability to talk just so I could say the things Moonlight wouldn't.
Thing to theoretically try is you can always type as you're familiar with songs that are on the map. Depending on what your typing speed is.
Man.
So, wow, Thumbtack, your carried capacity, it's so small.
Yeah.
It's so small.
And so are you.
Seems legit.
All right, I have all the proficiencies in, but the that modifier doesn't change. Question mark. We could go after it after. I was just like pointing out.
Sorry, I had to AFK a sec to put my dog out.
How dare. Also, I'll point out that your dagger has plus 19. Rapiers are not technically simple, they're martial, but you are also expert at it.
Yeah.
So probably the easiest way is just to lie and tell it that the rapier is totally a simple weapon. Of course it's simple. Shut up.
Oh, there you go.
And then suddenly it has the modifier you desire.
Woo!
Behold, as you do your expert strike stab!
Nice.
There, see, that's much better, right?
Yeah. How do you get like the big fancy ones that like have all the damage and everything like that? I know Steel does that one.
Well, I mean, I click strike, then I can click damage. Well, damage.
Woo!
In general, we only roll the damage if you actually hit, because otherwise it's the point.
Oh, fair.
Also, I mean, you get the
Like-
fun of actually clicking critical when you critical. Aw, yeah, critical!
I don't know. I prefer the big macro with all like like the 4 or couple attacks that I have all at once. Otherwise,
I mean,
get
but
hit.
there is no such thing. There's no full attack in PF2, I should point out.
Oh, okay. What do the slashes mean then? Like slash this, slash this. If it's like if it's like plus 19, plus 15, plus 11 with slashes on Hero Labs.
Oh. Like it says plus 19, plus 14, right? Right.
Oh yeah. Rapier would be plus 19, plus 14, plus 9, but they're separated by.
Yeah.
What does
That's
that mean?
if you every time you swing in a round, you have a -5 to the next swing until you're at -10.
Mm-hmm.
So it's plus 19 for the first swing, then plus 14 for the second swing.
And like each of those swings is like an action, right? And I could just use those.
That is an action,
Aha. Okay.
of
Cool.
which you have 3 of them.
I literally only really ever play spellcasters and pacifist characters, so I don't really deal with.
You're winning! The next day, there is a note parked on your door. Who does that? The note reads, somehow with the proper accent, I hate to be rude. You have paid well, and you are good customers. I like you, yes? But still, if you could take care of that ruffian, I would be very, very appreciative. Maybe give you a night for free? Question mark. And I do not promise, but maybe so. If you could take care of that, that'd be nice. Whenever you can, you have a good day. Thank you for staying.
I guess we're all meeting in the hall.
I guess.
And I have to prepare dinner at the normal end of the conclusion of our sessions, which is in 15 minutes.
Effectively, I just gave you a quest for next time. I assumed that this would be for next time.
Oh, okay.
Let me add a new quest. How do I do that? How do I do
Isn't
that,
there-
guys?
Isn't there
You,
already
get out of the
a quest-
way.
Isn't there already a quest about Ebon Silk?
No, but I'm saying this could be a good one. No, what did I do?
There actually is a quest about Evan Silk.
Is there?
Yeah, it's unavailable. It's not started, but
Fancy.
Yeah. Evan Silk help. Find out what's happening at Evan Silk. That's the first stage of it.
Well, I mean, Ebon Silk is a nice place.
Yep.
Okay. I think I got
Select that file. I'm going to select it.
I think I got everything in. It's all working, so yeah.
Night fog.
See if
Meanwhile, I'm looking at the document, which is so many pages long, and my computer is coughing up blood as it tries to let me read it.
the house rules or
No, the Tribes of Everglow Second Edition. Oh, okay, wow. The base ancestry feat of the Tribe of Bones is pretty strong.
Oh, say bye to the recording. Bye.